Hi, Capricorn friends, Cosmic Insight Astrology. I am your co-pilot, Christina. All right, this is your June 2022 video horoscope astrology forecast. Let's start. We're going to start. I share the screen for you so I can explain everything that's going to go on and for the energy and the planetary aspects and movement can actually play out in your life. So that's going to happen over here. We're going to start with Mercury. And Mercury going to station direct on June 3rd in the sign of Taurus. And Taurus is a fixed earth sign. It's very stubborn. And then we're going to have that in 26 degrees. So it is actually a Capricornian degree, so very structured energy, something so very, very serious with the words. And it's going to happen in your fifth house. Fifth house is your investment, your intimate relationship, it is joy, pleasure, creativity, and your children and lottery. So going and moving forward there, it is like right now, finally, you can bring on that creative project you rewrote or you reinvented or you worked on. And it could be like, all right, so something with my children also. So I kept talking to them about something and I felt like they didn't understand me. They didn't want to, they didn't hear me, or just they didn't listen at all, right? And right now I'm capable to talk to them again and they will pay attention to me. So that's good. Then we're going to check what kind of aspect Mercury, when it's go direct, makes with other planets. So Mercury goes direct on the 3rd, and it's not coming out from shadow, post-shadow period until June 18, 19th. But here, it's going to sextile with Neptune. And Neptune is orphanages, it's angels, aliens, it's art, it's alcoholism, homelessness, suicide. So it does represent a lot of energies here. So sextiling Mercury and Neptune, 3rd and 5th house, could be like, all right, some kind of project which is written, but it could be a script, a movie script, what I'm writing could come through and could move forward right now. Or it could be some kind of project for children's drug use, or I'm writing about children's drug use, or I'm writing about perhaps aliens or angels, and right now I'm capable to put that out for the public. And the 3rd house is, it's communication, but what I wanted to say about that, I wanted to say something here. I might going to remember, I hope I will remember, but then I'm going to move forward. And I'm going to go, Mercury direct is going to square with Saturn, and Saturn going to go retrograde June 4th, station retrograde. So it's going to be really close to the Earth. I mean, closer than usual. And it's going to be in your 2nd house. So that's some kind of financial matters, or some kind of, perhaps if you lost a jewelry, then you can find it right now. Or it could be something like some kind of financial matter. The way you earned money previously and you lost that kind of income, it could come back to you. It is reaching out for you right now. And it could be something with values. So I'm going to change some kind of value, gonna change right now. And it's going to be some kind, the way I'm communicating, I'm going to be more strict with my communication. For example, I was very cheery and very optimistic in 5th house, and everything is party and glamour and whatever, and Saturn is like, no, not everything, you know, like I'm going to be more serious the way I'm talking, more structured actually the way I'm talking. And then we do have, yes, I know what I forget, Neptune, because, you know, Mercury gonna sextile with Neptune. I also wanted to mention Neptune also going to go to retrograde, actually June 28th, end of June. So it could be like, okay, so I had some kind of photography scheduled before, and, you know, right, and somehow I couldn't do it, or I had no time, or I had to travel or whatever. So right now it's coming back to me, that opportunity, some kind of glamorous opportunity could come back to me. Or it could be like, you know, like simple as it is, like a short trip travel. But if you live in Key West, for example, in Florida, short trip travel could be like in another island, but it could be also overseas, like Cuba. So it doesn't have to be, you know, usually ninth house is overseas and long distance traveling, but it could be overseas as well if it's short and it's short distance between you. So that's what I just mentioned. So something is coming back, an opportunity to travel to an island, perhaps. All right. And then Mercury going to trine with Pluto. And trine is the most beautiful aspect. It's without any challenges. It is almost like granted to us. It is like perfect symbiosis. And Pluto is transformation. First house is actually your body, your ego, your self-esteem. So you are going through a major transformation, Capricorn, for a long time with Pluto stationing here since 2008, right? Because that's an outer planet and it has a huge orb. So, all right, so 84 years, and it is like, it's a long time to go around the zodiac. And Pluto over here since 2008, and next year actually Pluto going to go to Aquarius a little bit in February, March in your second house. So then it goes and enter Aquarius. It could be some major change in your finance next year, but then it's gonna go back to retrograde for a few months to Capricorn again, and then it's going to change the sign for a long time and gonna station in your second house for a long time. Okay, but we're gonna talk about that in later videos. So in your first house, that's feeling of your ego, you are going through major transformation. Actually, it could be for some Capricorn get a lot of plastic surgeries done during that 12 whatever years, it is 14 years. So it could be that, or a lot of surgeries, unfortunately, in the first house. But definitely peeling of the ego, definitely the major transformation, rebirth over and over again, reinvent yourself. Let's see, so trining, actually with Mercury in the fifth house, it is representing like, well, Mercury in fifth house, it's investment, and Pluto also is a planet of investment because it rules the eighth house, banks, loans. So it could be you are getting some kind of money from the bank or government for an artistic project here. You're getting a loan or you're getting like paid out an advance for some kind of creative project. And, you know, like here, the purpose is, so Capricorn, you have North Node and Mercury conjuncted here for a long time until Mercury gonna go to Gemini and going to separate this aspect. But this conjunction is your purpose is something creative. Your purpose is something like creative talking, writing perhaps, and that is some transformational writing. So it could be about investment and bank systems and financial fiscal systems, or you know, it could be some kind of research, writing about research, because Pluto is research as well. And it could be also about sex, death, you know, like reincarnation. So that kind of project, and you get an advance for that. Mercury is also studying, but you know, it's just like short licensing studying. So it could be transformative for you, this kind of trine right now. If you study something with creativity or writing projects, so yes, indeed. All right. And then I was talking about Mercury and North Node. That's the purpose. That's your journey. That is the future for you. Something about writing or something about some creative project here, joy, you know, and quite frankly, Capricorn ascendant could be really cold and structural, and because Capricorn ruled by Saturn. And indeed, right now, when it's trining in your fifth house matters, and later on it will trine also with Uranus, finally, I feel like you have more joy in life and you are more easygoing in life. All right, so I move away from Mercury. We talked about that, and it's a lot. And let's talk about Venus. Venus is going to, it's in Taurus, so it's in rulership. It's really happy over here. And you see, so Venus is in Taurus, Mars in Aries, Neptune is in Pisces, and Mercury gonna go to Gemini on 13th of June. So 4 planets going to be in rulership. So this is significant for June. That is very strong energies for planets in rulerships. And then what you have here, so Venus is the planet of love and money, gonna go to Uranus. So it could be like having an intimate relationship through digital internet sex, could be also. But you know, investment, digital currency, money, fifth house is investment as well. So it could be that as well. It could be like creating something loving, because fifth house is creativity. Uranus is anything digital arts, creating digital arts. So for example, Mercury here with North Node, you could start to study or get licensed or study some kind of website design or digital digital computer design, something like that. It could be that. Or, you know, Uranus is computerized everything. Venus is luxury and money in your children's room. So it could be I'm going to put a lot of safety cameras up because of my children, and I'm going to, I'm going to beautify. And it's unexpectedly. I didn't want to, I didn't plan to, but you know what, the world is crazy and I just cannot do that. It is also could be because, you know, Uranus and Taurus and fifth house is investment and Venus is money. It could be also like, I can learn interior design, and also it could be like, I can invest in energy, because fifth house is energy. Oh, Taurus, Uranus, it could be something cleaning up the nature. So I can invest in recycle projects. So it could be like stock market going to have new stocks available. Something unconventional, but was not there before, previously. And it could be coming something with cleaning up the nature, because Uranus in Taurus is devastating for the nature. It's devastating, you know, for food restrictions. So I'm going to invest in new hydroponic gardens or something with stopping tornadoes, and it's a digital world. So something, it's an artificial intelligence, but it's giving me money because it can stop hurricanes, it can stop tornadoes, or just check them when it's coming, and you know, to give people opportunity to move, like you know, tornado usually is unexpected, and then Uranus could be tornado as well, but investing in something actually what can either prevent or what can give us some kind of knowledge and warning even about tornadoes a bit before. And right now it's not possible yet, but I think it will be possible soon. So it's not gonna be that devastating. Okay. What else for you? Okay, so Venus going to go to Gemini on the 22nd. So then Mercury and Venus gonna be in Gemini in your 6th house. It is going to be a lot to talk about your employees and, you know, like about your health. For example, you might going to crave for a lot of fruit or a lot of sweets here, but you need to put that under control. Sweet wines, for example. And, you know, 6th house is stomach. And it could be something there. Well, Venus and Mercury is not in bad aspects, so you don't have to be No, it's all right. So you don't have to check out your stomach or nothing like that. It is just like too much sweet, indulging too much sweet, perhaps. Okay, but before Venus gonna go to Gemini, before that, on June 16th, Venus going to conjunct with North Node here. I was talking about that. And also June 16th, the Sun in Gemini going to trine with Saturn. So Sun in Gemini here going to trine with this Saturn, right? Okay, what can it be? So 6th house and 2nd house. It's trine. So, you know, like maybe you were not paid before, and I was mentioned that you didn't get the money in time, or it's a different option to get paid right now, and that's why it's get delayed. And right now it's gonna be easier. So I'm gonna get paid by work, but it's going to be some kind of ease up with that paying method. Maybe I had that kind of old-fashioned way to pay, and right now they're gonna open everyone a Venmo or PayPal or whatever it is, you know, a direct deposit. They didn't do that before, and it's just coming on my bank account, and it's got easy and whatever it is. 6th house could be rental as well, so it could be like apartments.com or whatever is that, and then I'm going to be able to pay my mortgage, my rent through. Mortgage is going to go anyway through bank, but you know, my rent could be through some kind of digital situation. Yes. Okay, so what else? June 16, also Sun going to square with Neptune. Neptune is your 3rd house, that's communication, that's neighborhood. Sun over here in your 6th house, tenants, neighborhood. You know, there could be, it's a square, it could be like, in my neighborhood, we have some kind of drug addict people and we need to evict them, or it could be like 3rd house, yeah, that could come up, like, you know, like we need to evict people here from the neighborhood, then 6th house is tenants, or I have tenants and they are alcoholic. And I hear about that from someone in the neighborhood because there I rented out the apartment for them. And then I need to evict them. That situation could come up. June 18th, no, let's talk about June 14th first. So June 14th is Sagittarius full moon in your 12th house, so letting go, and a strawberry moon, and it's a super moon, so it's close to us, really close, and it appears on heaven and sky, on the velvety blue sky, very, very powerful and big. And then in your 12th house, that's your emotional and subconscious, that's your bedroom, that's your dreams. It's not going to let you sleep, insomnia perhaps. It's also going to be, full moon is letting go of something, getting rid of something, and sorry, it means like you can get rid of like some kind of panic attack, anxiety, emotional blockages, mental blockages here, definitely, and it's gonna be liberating because it's in Sagittarius. Sagittarius is liberation and it's a blessing. So yes, it's going to be. So even you can get rid of addiction, and it's quick. It could be quick. All right. And then after that full moon, we're going to have June 18. I was talking about Venus. No, I wasn't talking about Venus in Taurus and Saturn retrograde. So Venus in Taurus over here, Venus gonna come up here and going to square with Saturn retrograde, 2nd and 5th house. So that is some kind of investment going south for you, or it's going to get delayed, the investment, or you're going to lose some money on that. Also, you do have Venus sextile with Neptune. So Neptune is here and Venus going to be here, and it's gonna sextile. So Venus is again investment and money sextile with Neptune, you know, but also I feel glamorous. So it is like I'm changing something about my 3rd house. It's not your clothes, it is the way I talk. I'm going to talk really artistically, or spiritual talk, for example. It could be, and then I'm going to have a lot of followers because, oh yeah, right. So creativity, and third house is YouTube and spirituality. So I'm going to have a spiritual channel and I'm going to have a lot of followers, for example. That could be that. June 20th, then Mercury going to be in Gemini already. And the 13th, it's ingressing, it's going to sextile with Jupiter over here. So it's going to be a sextile 6th house and 4th house. Jupiter in your 4th house is something with your home situation, and it's positive, it's an initiator, it's a change, but it's a positive change. And Mercury over there may be signing a contract, selling a house or buying a house. So that is very auspicious for you. And June 21st, then it's Venus going to trine with Neptune, and Venus is going to be still in Taurus, very end of degrees, and it's going to trine with Pluto. So that is something about your sexuality, something about to feel beautiful and really powerful and really sexual and sensual, and you have that kind of sexual charisma right now. That's how you're going to feel. And June 27th, you do have Mars and Saturn. So Mars is going to come up here, the end of your 4th house, and it's going to sextile with Saturn retrograde. So it means like the income that I was waiting for, the bonus or income that I was waiting for, it's coming. And then I'm capable to purchase that house. Yes. And then the end of the month, we have June 28th, we have a new moon in Cancer. It's going to happen over here in your 7th house, in 7th degree, 3 minutes. It's 30 degrees between Ceres and Black Moon Lilith. Black Moon Lilith is your sexual desires, animalistic instinct, and Ceres is the loss. Between that, you have a fear of losing a partner or business partner, or you have a feeling to lose a significant other. And, you know, new moon, it's like, you know, you have to renew the partnership. You have to reinvent that partnership or that marriage. It could mean also like, you know what, I don't want to lose it, so I'm going to redone my vows and remarry with the same person again and start a new life. But also the sun going to this new moon going to between Ceres and Black Moon Lilith going to actually square with this Jupiter here in the 4th house, 4th and 7th. So Jupiter in 4th, it's I want to actually make my home bigger, or I want to go to a new house and my significant other doesn't want to. So it doesn't want to move, but I want to move. That could mean that as well. And the last is Venus, and Venus in Gemini already, because the 22nd Venus is gonna go to Gemini here. So this Venus is gonna be here, going to sextile with Jupiter. So 6th and 4th house for you. It could be like 6th house is work and it's your daily routine, and Jupiter is in 4th house, it's family, it's expanding a family, and that's why your daily routine changing, or actually getting a dog and your daily routine changing. You have to wake up early, or you have a new baby and you have to wake up early every day, and your daily routine changing over there. All right, my dear Capricorn. So I think we covered everything. So if you like my videos, please don't hesitate to subscribe, push the like button for me, give me some love. And if you would like to have a personal reading with me, check out my website, which is www.urbanwitch.org. Thank you so much for your attention, and I'm truly grateful I could be your guidance in this spiritual journey. See you next month. Until we meet again. Bye.